I'm not one who takes no for an answer. I never have been. Oh, the imprint was so personal to me and special to me because it was the first time I really played a teenager, I feel,
Mm.
in a film. And I was going through that phase in my life as well on set. And I was telling Jamie all about it. And Jamie and I really got close on that film. We really bonded on that movie. So it's always been very close to my heart. And so when we kind of toyed around with the idea of the sequel, and Jamie mentioned it to me, immediately I was like, yes, but is it going to be in theaters? That was really important to me because I've been doing like some streaming films. I haven't done a theatrical release in a long time, and I'd been saying to myself for so long, like I really hope that I get a theatrical release movie soon, and I hope it's with Disney.
Mm.
So I really it was very close to me, and I really wanted it to happen that way, and I'm so grateful it did. So when we went and we started doing Freakier Friday, it all felt like we hadn't left. It was just yesterday that we were filming Freaky Friday, which is really special. I mean, it's not very often you go onto a set and you get to work with someone you genuinely love and care about and just get to play and have fun in a role. I mean, we were trying to figure out where Anna was, and I had said that I really wanted to see a different side of Anna. I really want to see how she's evolved, and and obviously we knew she was going to have a child. Originally, we didn't know two, like she was going to have a stepdaughter soon. Um, but I really wanted to see what how she was handling life as a mother, and I really wanted to see how she was handling it as a single mother. Show that on screen to show that kind of life that
Yeah.
of what a mom has to do to, it's you want to live. She wants to live her life and she wants to handle her career. She's doing it all for her daughter's future, obviously, but she's trying to manage it all. And how do you do that? I think weirdly enough, it was and I think I put it in my own head purposely that I didn't want Anna to be so comfortable being in a band again. I wanted it to be like untethered waters for her. I wanted it to be a place that she wasn't so secure with anymore. Like it was very private for her. Because it became, I think, in Anna's life, it became a very personal hobby, her making her own music, and she was afraid to share that. And and that can happen, and I wanted that to be raw for her. I mean, I loved it. I love them. They did such a great job. I tried to imagine the day when I was like on set with, when I first worked with Meryl Streep on
Mm.
Prairie Home Companion, how nervous I was. And when I first had to try the song out with her and Lily Tomlin and Paul Thomas Anderson in the room, like how terrified I was and how comfortable they made me feel. And I really wanted to be that kind of guiding light for the girls. And Jamie's already that, but it's my first time kind of being that. And so I just wanted to be a sounding board for them where they could just, go to, ask any questions, have fun. I was like, this is not a stressful place. This is a fun place. You get to play, ask any questions. No moment is a bad moment.
Mm.
Um, and I felt that, and we got really close. So even on the press tour, Julie and I, were really close and spent a lot of time together. And it became a beautiful relationship. We haven't changed at all. We're still like, I don't even know how people like calm us down because we're like just we get so funny together. We just are constantly goofing off together and have this like almost like a real life mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. I mean, I just love her. I just want to squeeze her like each other and like push each other at the same time. I mean, I'm always in contact with her. We're always texting each other. We just have I really love her. I'm very grateful to have her in my life.
That's
I think the most difficult thing for me this time was that on paper, Harper and Anna aren't so different. Like they don't dress so different. They don't they don't act so different. They're both similar and they're not that far apart in age. Anna had Harper pretty young. So I was kind of nervous. I was like, how are we going to make this like how are we going to really differentiate this? Like we have to really come up with little movements. Like I was like and Julie and I was like, well, you definitely have to slouch, like really slouch. Because I always am like this. Because so I was like, I think what I can do is from the start, I wanted Anna to have inherited a lot of Tess's qualities.
Mm,
Whether she wanted to or not, she's become a lot like Tess over the years. She's had to find that grounding being a single mom and trying to juggle things. I had to make Anna different than you would, really different than you know Anna to be.
yeah.
That allowed the switch to kind of help Julia immediately be different. And then we could dress Anna down, wave the hair, make it change some of the lines. Like the ocean line was a last minute call. Where how do you wash your hair? The ocean washes it for me, duh. Like those little moments were necessary to add because it had to be really believable. Because
Yeah.
I didn't want to fail at that and let people down. Like I really wanted people to see that Anna was a teenager now. Because I remember I said to Jamie in the original when we did the first Freaky Friday, I had said it's so easy for you to play a teenager. Like I remember I said that to her as a teenager, just being a teenager, and she's like, it's actually not. I'm like, no, it is because you were one once. I'm just one now. I've never been an adult. I remember saying that. And now it's so funny that it I got to do it. Nisha did a great job of like making sure that we were always shooting at the times that and she was actually an incredible person to work with. That it's not every day you have a great female director who's gonna like she was very helpful with because I was a new mom just doing this movie, my first feature back, and I was like, I just kind of want to get home. Like I just want the morning with my son. Like I
Mm,
don't want to figure that out. And everything she made it work. And that I really am so grateful for. I think the hardest day, I think the hardest day for, not for me, I don't think any day was really the hardest day, but the most difficult day, crew wise, probably, or stressful day for Nisha, maybe, was the surfing stuff.
mm,
Just, I think for their insurance purposes, I think they were just nervous because they had like kids that haven't surfed.
yeah.
For me, that was like my favorite day because and I got out there and I was on a board that was stuck to a machine. I was like, guys, you're embarrassing me. And my brother's here on the side in
Oh my God.
the water. I was like, I can be on a board. Like I've surfed before. I'm not a pro, but like get me off of this thing. Let me just get on the board.
Oh my God.
So I think technically that might have been the hardest day, but for me that was I loved being in the ocean and I thought that it was a beautiful day. I
Yeah.
always want to have I love making rom-coms and comedies. I love making, heartfelt family films. I love that. It's my niche. I can do it with my eyes closed. It's like a walk in the park. I don't even think. Um, but I feel like you can get kind of boxed in to that. And I feel I've been boxed in. And I'm really craving more dramatic roles, a story of a character that's just a really raw experience of someone's life. I just want to find something different just so I can it's just you crave it because as an actor, you want to try different things. And when people don't give you those different things, you feel stuck. And it's in there, but you got to get it out. So I'm at that point in my life where I definitely want to do that. I always want to have a balance because I appreciate the people that have my fans who have watched my movies all these years and still support me as an actor in comedies. So I always want to have like a lighthearted film, but I definitely need other stuff. I need other directors of my dreams to start talking to me, and I need to talk to them, and I need access to films that I really want to be a part of. And even if it's ensemble, I just there's other characters I'm meant to play, and we'll get there. I love Celine Song. I love Martin Scorsese. I love Quentin Tarantino. Like there's there's so many. And I think it's just and it's not always about that. It's about finding the right story
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Um and I know there's amazing original films out there and I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. And I'm also reading a lot of books and seeing where I can adapt something from. Because if someone no one's gonna give it to me, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm not one who takes no for an answer. I never have been. I would say Julia Roberts, Julianne Moore, Meryl Streep, Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry. Oh my God, Shirley Temple was the first. And then there's the Betty Davises and and Elizabeth Taylor. Um, yeah, I think that's part of my list. I used to watch old films. I would watch them a lot with like my mom and my grandmother when I was younger, and it just like I just remember watching All About Eve and Gone with the Wind so many times
Mm.
that it was annoying probably for everyone. Also, Anne Margaret is like a
Oh.
huge one of my favorites. I think it wasn't me that noticed it. I think it was my husband was like, wow, you're getting recognized a lot more now. But I always get like, I start blushing over is when little kids come up to me and it just, my heart like melts.
Mm.
Just when you know that like you've made a kid laugh and a kid smile, that's a really good feeling. Like that's just an incredible feeling. There's no better feeling in the world. And also now, like just bringing nostalgia back for our generation is just it's such a fun thing, and it's such a special moment. It's reminds us that there's always a child in us. Like we can always still have fun, and don't lose that child in you.
Yeah.
Don't lose that factor that you have. I think the movie has a lot of heart, and it's the walk a mile in my shoes. Don't judge a book by its cover. We all forget to do that all the time. Like we are so quick to judge, I think, in life. And if you would just take a minute, put yourself in someone else's position and and see really where they're coming from, things would things would work out differently a lot of the time. And I think that the movie has that, and we wanted to maintain that in the sequel.
Yeah.
Um, that was really important because it's the core and the heart of the film. It's like you don't know me until you really know me. And you don't know what I'm like until you've been me, literally.
Mhm.
Sinners was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And I've watched it more than once. It was just cinematically, it was so beautiful. It was so, I mean, just everything about it was just such a great movie. I watched One Battle the other day and I loved it. I
Oh.
loved it.
Chase
It's
and
just so
Benny.
good. She's such a beautiful girl, and also to throw her into a film with Sean Penn, Leonardo, like just it's like you don't it's Regina, like it's not an easy place to be. And it's like she's been there forever. That's a director I want to work with again. It's Paul Thomas Anderson.